green light.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Gladys if you're new here. And yes, I do family vlog, lifestyle vlog, talk with Gladys, cooking recipes, and lots more. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you just bump into this video anyhow, please can you just go there, press the red button that says subscribe. You don't pay anything, it's free. Just click the button, subscribe, like, share, and comment. Share with your friends. Let this get to people and bless them. So, as you can see, mm, today I have my sister here. And this is the first episode of Talk with Gladys. So she is a special need mom as well, like myself, and she's gonna be carrying us along and telling us a little bit about her little boy and herself and what she does and everything, how she navigates the system, how she does put a social life together with her, caring for her son and all that. So it's gonna be fun, I tell you. Stay till the end. So today we have my special sister,
Alana. My name is Alana. I am a special needs mom, as Gladys said. I have 3 children. My middle son, Marcus, yeah, he has autism, ADHD, and ODD. So yes, it's a challenging experience, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So yeah.
Yeah, welcome.
Excited to be here.
She's Alana.
Alana.
If you're Yoruba, then. So she happens to be one of my good sisters in church. We sing together in the same choir, and she's been a very, very lovely sister. You're very, very lovely. We really love you. She just blends in so well, and we just, adore her.
Oh, thanks.
So let's get right into this. So tell us, you mentioned right there that your son, Marcus, the middle one, has ADHD, autism, and ODD. Yeah. So that's 3 things at the same time.
It is, yeah, it's a lot.
So tell me, when did you discover that your son had that?
Well, it's been a bit of a journey. So basically, when Marcus was maybe 3, I think around 3, we came back to Ireland, excuse me, when he was 2. And it was a rough period. There was a lot of upheaval and, trying to find a place to live. I was pregnant with my youngest, so there was a lot going on. Didn't particularly think he had autism at the time. I just thought he was a very shy child and, he hadn't been in daycare or anything like that. So there was no real other outside influence saying, oh, maybe you should get this checked out or whatever. I just thought he was a very quiet child.
Okay.
And, he did have a couple of his own issues and stuff behavior-wise. So that was that. And then, he started play school and he never spoke a word in play school.
Oh, wow.
Not a peep out of him, never spoke to the teachers. He would play with the other kids, but he wouldn't speak to them. And it's kind of sad now, unfortunately, he would soil himself and he wouldn't even be able to tell the teacher that he had wet himself. So he'd literally sit in it until I would pick him up, and they wouldn't know maybe, or they might notice or they might not. So it was pretty difficult. And I was kind of scratching my head going, what's going on? I was thinking, maybe, is it the behavioral thing? Is it, what is it? So we kind of plodded along and he went into primary school then. And one thing I'll say about Marcus, he's extremely intelligent. So academic wise,
I've seen that with the children.
No problem. Yes.
They're very intelligent.
Yeah. Extremely intelligent. Yeah. So there was no issues there, but it was, again, him just being extremely quiet. He was kind of starting to talk a little bit more. He was making a couple of little friends, but something just still wasn't quite right. So we went through a good few, I'd say 2 to 3 years of him displaying kind of strange behavior, trying to run out of the classroom. Things that you would say, oh, he's being a bold child, he wasn't listening to the teacher. But in actual fact, he was so frustrated that he was just reacting this way. So that's kind of when things started to reveal themselves a little bit more. And I think for me, I felt guilty because, I had this other baby that I was taking care of, and maybe I missed some of the signs. And, I was dealing with a lot with break up and stuff like that. I'm coming back to Ireland, getting set up. So I think I felt so guilty.
That
Like,
must be very
how did I?
difficult for
Yeah,
you, yeah.
how did I not realize that? My child had autism, but
we miss all these little things because
it is. It's
to
easy
be honest,
to miss.
it's not something you plan. It's not something you expect.
Yeah, exactly.
For your child to have, so you wouldn't ever think about it.
Yes.
So don't beat yourself.
I know. Yeah, it's tough now. I'm okay now, but
Yeah.
at the time I was like, how did I miss this? But even at that, it took until he was 7 to get an official diagnosis.
Wow.
We were in the system for about 2.5 years, because he was doing so well academically.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, well, maybe it's not this. And, they were throwing around different things. Maybe it's separation anxiety. Maybe it's this, that, whatever. So finally, they were able to do the ADOS assessment through, what was it called? Play therapy. Okay. Because he wouldn't really engage with the people in the center that we were going to. Like, he had to actually do it through play therapy. And it was through whatever way they did it. I wasn't in the room now, but whatever way they were able to determine.
It's actually autism and has all ADHD and all that.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a very long process.
So that was how the journey started for you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So I've seen, like, I've met with a lot of moms with special needs. Like, I remember we used to go for these toddler groups, and we have a lot of children coming, and they're like so severe.
Yes.
Like, you could see, like, when they have meltdowns.
Yes. Yeah.
It's so difficult.
Oh,
like, even their parents would not be able to hold them at that particular time.
Yeah.
So tell us, does Marcus get that, or is it a different way? Because I did an SNA course, and in the course they taught us a lot about how the children with ADHD and autism behave, and it's not all of them that actually get meltdown.
Yes.
Some of them have differences. So tell us, how does Marcus really, when he's having a meltdown, how does it?
Well, it doesn't happen that often anymore, thankfully, because now I know how to kind of mostly prevent it. Yeah. So like the last major one he had, I think was, I took them to Disneyland Paris, actually. Saved up. It was a very expensive trip. I was like, right, trip of a lifetime. And unfortunately, we got to the happiest place on earth, and he wasn't happy. There was too many people. He didn't want to queue. It was too hot. We went in July, of course, so it was roasting. And he just literally sat down on the ground, put his head down, and didn't move for about an hour. And we just had to sit there. Like, I couldn't do anything else because, Marcus is quite big. Nearly 6'3" at the moment, and growing. So I literally had to just stop everything. Thankfully, my mom was with me on that trip, so she was able to take the other 2 off. And we just sat there. We just had to sit there until he came out of it. So they are happening less and less. But when he was younger, before I kind of had the diagnosis or knew exactly what was wrong with him, he literally would bang his head against the wall in frustration. He would run away from school. I spent, I think, nearly 2 school years. Every day I was in the school with him. Because he didn't have an SNA, because he had no diagnosis. So I literally was up at the school, like, going, you're not leaving the classroom. Like, I had to keep him in school.
That's what we have to do for our children.
So so like, he has come a long way, but like those times when he had those meltdowns, like, it was crazy. Sometimes I'd have to call my dad and be like, can you please come and help me? Like, I physically can't move him, even just to get him into the car and get him home. So it's been a very tough journey. But like I said, thankfully now, because we know how to deal with things better, and I know what will trigger him, I can kind of prevent a lot of that. So now it's kind of, if he's having, like, I wouldn't even call it a meltdown, but he'll just need to go somewhere by himself, shut off all distractions, and just be, and just come out of it himself. So that's kind of where we are now. So
God is on the throne.
Amen. He sure
is. Now tell me, because I've been telling people, if you haven't watched my video that I talked about self-care, about how it all started with my daughter on my channel, please don't forget to go on my channel, check all my videos out. You'll see them there. I talked a lot about being a special needs mom and looking after yourself. So I'm going to ask you now, tell me, how do you pamper yourself?
Yeah, well, it took me a long time.
Away from being a special need mom or a mom or a guardian or whatever.
Yeah.
What do you
do?
do?
Now I
Yeah.
go to the gym.
Okay.
I occasionally go for the odd massage.
Motivation?
Yes, I'm
Motivation?
telling you. I go for the odd massage now and again. It's expensive,
That's
so
good.
now and again, maybe every 6 months or so. And I just I try to just take time for myself, especially when they're in school,
Okay.
to just go for a walk or
Okay.
go meet a friend or,
Friend, coffee time.
things, normal things,
Yeah.
which I didn't actually do for years because it was so all encompassing, just consuming, like
Yeah.
everything I had was going into not only taking care of my other 2 children, but also trying to figure out how do I help Marcus and all of that. So yeah, that's kind of in the last maybe 3 to 4 years I've kind of started like really going, okay, you need to make some time for yourself. And I've done a couple of part-time college courses, so I'm trying to build myself up.
I tell you, that's the only way you can do it. Like I've been saying this on my channel, that my journey has been so difficult and challenging, and I had to put my life on hold. To make sure my daughter is where she is at the moment.
Exactly.
Which I think it's that time for me to start, doing things that I actually love doing.
Yeah, exactly.
That maybe before, when she was really, really fragile.
Yes.
And I couldn't actually leave her for a minute.
Yes.
I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
But now she's in the other room. I'm here, even though somebody's with her.
Yeah, exactly.
I can do that while I'm doing my thing. I can maybe put her in respite and go away and all that.
Yes.
Which is different from yours, because for her, she has a lot of medical needs, which needs somebody to be there to look after her.
Yes.
So but even with that, I still try as much as possible. Like you said, it's good to look after yourself, because it's so sad. There's this mom that I know that we started from the what's it called? The group that I told you we used to go when Grace was small.
Oh yes.
And the son was going to the same school with Grace, and it was sad that she had to suffer to look after that boy. And when just that boy was doing a little bit better, she died.
Oh my goodness.
And it was just so sad, because
that is awful.
she didn't pay attention on her health.
She didn't take care of her own self.
You see, she was looking after that boy, and it was just that boy.
Yes.
She didn't take any time out to look after herself. And I'm not blaming her. I'm just saying, like, it's a very sad story that she's not here now to see how that boy is doing.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's why it's so important to look after yourself. Do you agree with me?
I definitely do. You cannot pour from an empty vessel.
Exactly.
So you have to make sure that you're doing okay inside.
Yeah. So this question is a very important one, because I'm having a headache with that part of question. So how do you navigate through the system? The housing, the getting the medical, whatever, assessment, and everything. Tell me, has it been very smooth?
No.
Easy?
No.
Okay.
No.
Share it with us.
Yeah, it's been actually the most difficult thing, even just to get help. Like initially, when I took Marcus to the GP with my initial concerns, I was told I should take a parenting course. Oh yes, which I was highly offended, because literally that's all I was doing was parenting. I literally was giving all to my kids, and I kind of looked at the doctor like, are you even living in the real world? So that really hurt, but I was like, I'm still going to try. So I went back. I just kept going back to her. I was like, there's something not right with him. There's something not normal. Can you please refer me? So I finally got referred to the Lucina clinic in Tala.
Okay.
And that took forever. And then to add insult to injury, after what the doctor said, they wouldn't see Marcus unless I had the permission of his absent father, who for then another year wouldn't give permission because he claimed that there was nothing wrong with his child. Yeah, oh yeah. I'm not even joking. So his solution was that I should beat it out of him. That were his words exactly. So
really,
I didn't beat it out of him. So I eventually persuaded him to just send me an email to say, look, I give my consent for my son to be assessed at this clinic. That's all I needed. So finally got that. But then, because like I said, with Marcus, kind of he doesn't present, everyone always says, oh, you wouldn't know he has autism. You wouldn't know unless you lived with him.
Yeah.
And you see all the intricacies of it. But basically, it took them nearly 2 years to assess Marcus, like to actually get the final diagnosis. And they gave a couple of different ones. They said, oh, we think it's the situation, with the dad that he has, because he lost his dad so young, lost in a sense of the word, that he thinks he's going to lose you, and that's why he doesn't want to go into school. And I was like, there's no way. I was like, I know that's not, as a mother,
we know.
Yeah,
like, we know this thing
exactly.
more.
So yes, it was
we never
extremely
go
difficult.
wrong, mothers.
Yeah.
Like, you should listen to us more.
Exactly.
We know all those things.
Yeah. But in that 2 years, I mean, I even went so far as to phone Tusla for help. And I was actually laughed at on the phone, and they said, the only way we'd be coming to help your son is if you put your hands on him. Yeah, no, I'm not even joking. So I felt so let down. I felt so alone, even though I had, friends and family trying their best to support me, but by the actual system, I felt completely failed. I couldn't find any information. I had to basically go searching for everything. Then even when I got the diagnosis, there was they don't give you this like handbook and say, look, here's all the resources you can avail of. You basically have to go and find everything out yourself, and then even applying for like, the medical card and stuff like that.
Exactly.
They just make it so difficult. And I don't understand why, but it's not easy for parents. And I mean, I know, yes, Marcus has his diagnoses or whatever, but there's people who are far worse off, like people with worse off physical needs.
The same thing.
Yeah, like to have to go through that, like, you're already dealing with so much.
Yeah, I've spoken to a lot of people, Alana, and they go through the same thing. Everybody has the story to
same
tell.
story. Yeah.
So I'm hoping to bring a lot of more people to this show so we can, get our voice heard. That's why this video needs to go out there. Please, if you haven't subscribed, like I said, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Share. And let somebody see this video and see that she or he is not alone.
Yes.
Like, we are all in this. We fight for our children to get things done in this country.
Oh, yeah.
We shouldn't be. Like, we know they are doing their best. In quotes.
Are they though?
Yeah. Yeah.
We have
to give it to them.
Yeah.
But like,
yes.
Like, I was talking to someone for someone in the housing to write me a letter telling me my child does not have a need.
Yeah,
like,
it's ridiculous.
They addressed that letter. They literally addressed that letter to my daughter, not to me. A 13-year-old girl. Actually, I should sue them.
Yeah, you probably should.
They addressed the letter to my daughter, telling her, we don't think you're qualified to have exceptional needs.
Oh, for God's sake. That's ridiculous.
Okay?
Yeah, that's actually ridiculous.
And I was emotionally broke. So are you telling me that I have put my life on hold for how long? 13 years to care for this child that needs 24/7 care?
Yes.
That have high medical needs? That can't be left alone, that have to be minded in school by 2 people at a time?
Yeah.
Nurses at night? And me during the day, all day?
Yeah.
And you're telling me she doesn't have needs?
Yeah, no.
What is the meaning of having a need? Can you tell me the meaning?
Yeah.
So the system has failed us in a lot of places.
Definitely.
Like, you have to actually fight. I know how to get to them, I think.
Yeah.
I do fight for my daughter.
Yeah.
Everything my daughter needs, I fight for them.
Yeah.
And I make sure she gets them.
Yeah.
This, like, when I was on top of them, because she was using, sorry, you can see what
wheelchair.
She was using that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a stroller, like a stroller broggy, like a wheelchair that she uses when she's less, like, most of the time she can't do long distances and all that.
Yeah.
So she tends to sit on that. She will go for, shopping and spending more than if you
traveling
more
or
than 30
something.
minutes, she'll tell you,
Yeah.
Can I sit?
I need to
she
sit.
can be sitting there for 2-3 hours because her legs will be hurting.
Yeah.
Because she wears splints as well.
Oh, yes.
So I had to, like, emotional blackmail for me to get it.
But it shouldn't be that way.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah.
You see.
Yeah.
So, like you said, it's so difficult for us to penetrate into the system, and they tend not to be listening to the mothers and fathers of these special needs children. They should listen to us more, because it's like, we know them, we live with them, so we know
them inside out. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
So, tell me, how do you what's that word now? Okay. You talked about going to the gym and all
Mhm.
that. So is there any other hobbies, things that you like doing? I know you sing. And you're
I
going to sing
do.
for
I
us.
might. I might.
You're going to sing for us. She's going to sing for us.
Oh, you put me on the spot, Gladys. Yes,
So,
I do love to sing.
yeah. So do you want to sing a song for
Sure.
us?
I only
Okay.
sing for the Lord, so we
All
have to make it.
right. Praise
Gotta
the
make it a
Lord.
worship song.
Yes. Go on.
Okay. We give you glory, Lord, as we honor you. We give you glory, Lord, as we honor you. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh Lord. You are wonderful. You are worthy, oh Lord. I love
That
this
was
song.
so beautiful. So
Amen.
I think we're gonna be finishing this here now.
Mm.
It's been lovely having
You
our
too.
beautiful Oluwalana
Hey.
on this show, and yeah, it's the first episode. I'm glad you're
I
the
feel so
first guest
special.
that we have. You're so special,
Yeah.
and yes, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I'll keep saying it. Support your
Press the
girl.
button.
What do they need to do?
Press that red button.
Press the red button. It doesn't cost you anything. They don't
Yeah,
charge you. It's
exactly.
just to click on it. And whenever our video is uploaded, just like the video. Even if you are still coming back to watch it, like
Yeah.
the video. Leave a comment. Tell us what you feel about this. All
Yeah.
these videos. We want to improve, and we need you to tell us how we're doing, and that will really, help. Until
Mhm.
next time, that will come back on Talk with Gladys. God bless you. And remember, God loves you.
Amen.
Bye.